a cheap shot at you.
Yeah, for sure. That's just who he is. We've seen it a bunch in this league with him. Him and I have had our personal battles for years. Um, quite frankly, I've been busting his ass for years. Playoffs, regular season. Um, in the one game he does a high job on me today. He decides to do something like that, and there's no place in that in the game, and you got to protect yourself at the end of the day. But um, this has been brewing for years. With me, with other guys in the league, and you all see it. It's not something that this isn't new. And tonight was just the end of it, but it's tough when you can't guard somebody and can't do something with somebody. You got to resort to that, and that's what he's done to a lot of players. Off the top of my head, I think it's like Dame and Steph. It's just one of those things. That's what you resort to, and that's cool. But I'm glad my guys held it down tonight, and had my back, throughout the whole thing.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, Donovan. You said you've had matchups with him before. Have you ever had an
Yeah, we've been talking nonstop. I wouldn't say this to this extent, but there's always been talks. You can go back. I think it was like 2 years ago, regular season, like 30 points a game. Like it's nonstop talking back and forth, and that was cool when we were just talking. But that right there that's where the line has to be drawn, and the NBA has to do something about it. Because like I said, I'm not the only person this has happened to. There's no place for that in this game, and like I said, I took matters into my own hands, but at the end of the day, that ain't it.
Did you sense it building up throughout the course of the game?
I wouldn't say to that. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Maybe the jawing back and forth, which is part of the game, and that's cool or whatever. But like I said, when you have a cheap shot like that, because there was no need to do that. You know what I mean? So I wasn't expecting that, and then that's just how I reacted. But like I said, if you just can't guard somebody, then just say that and just get a switch. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. But it is what it is.
Danny Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. Do you think that the punishment was handled correctly in terms of, do you think you should have been ejected after that?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I figured I would be just because of the escalation of the situation. If anything, I thought it'd be for the push, not the throwing on the ball, but, I don't know the rules to that extent. I'm not typically someone who gets ejected for stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, I think my reaction was honestly just for me reacting to a cheap shot. You know what I mean? And I think this, like I said, this has been a habit for years, and this isn't new to anybody in this room. And, if punishment doesn't come from that, it's just going to keep doing that, and I really don't. It's just dumb, to be honest with you, just dumb. And like I said, it's just dumb. And, I'm going to appeal it because I don't think I should have got ejected for defending myself, to be honest.
Do you think that Dillon should face further punishment from the league for this? And if so, what should that
be? I'm not going to say like, oh, it should be this, it should be that, but it should be something. Like I said, this isn't just a Donovan thing. This has happened to other players throughout this league. And it's bullshit, if we're being honest with you. It's complete bullshit. There's one thing, you got Ja, you got Bane, you got Jaren Jack. Those guys, like, they talk shit, and that's fine. Like, that's all part of basketball. We all grew up playing that way. But when you start doing little cheap shit, like, that ain't it. And that's honestly where my frustration lies. It's not about the talking back and forth. That's whatever, the extra bumps, whatever. That's cool. But when you start doing little stuff like that, like, what are we really doing?
Kelsey.
Kelsey Bruce of The Athletic. What have the guys said to you in the locker room afterwards, or even after, like, on the floor as you waited for the ejection?
Yeah, I love my guys, man. They were watching it on the laptop. I'm trying to be all serious and whatnot, and they out there just like, oh, wow, and like saying, look who's here. And it was Robin Lopez who was the instigator, which was the funniest part about the whole thing. Watching it, telling everybody, pulling everybody over, trying to show everybody the computer. Like I said, I love my guys, man. Like I said, they held it down for me. We got a talented group. We all felt Darius should have been an all-star, and he went out there and proved it tonight on the national stage. And, I think the biggest thing is we just find a way to win, and, we use that to our advantage and continue to compete. That's not a bad team over there. They're a really talented group, but at the end of the day, I'm probably going to get back at them and they're going to start yelling and screaming like they always do. And that's why I say I love my guys and I'm appreciative of it for sure.
Have you talked to JB yet since it happened? Like,
Not like face to face. Yeah, we said a little something, but nothing about that. Just more so, like I said, you just got to protect yourself at the end of the day. That's really all it is. And like I said, we got the win, so that's all that matters to me.